We're live.
Good morning. Welcome to our Facebook Live this morning. Let's hope the Wi-Fi works or the internet works today and we don't have to be shut off like we did on Friday.
Yeah.
So let's see who's joining us so far today. Marlene's watching. Got a few people watching already. It's
nice out.
It's nice enough out, yeah. Had a bit of snow on the weekend. Some of us had a little bit of ice.
Yeah.
Melissa had a little bit of trouble scraping her car off this morning. Our car fortunately was okay. It's a weird weather. Eventually we'll get through it.
It's supposed to be warm again over the next few days.
Spring's coming, right?
Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm trying to believe.
Morning, Heather.
But I think I saw that the clocks go spring ahead this weekend. So that maybe will help a little bit. Who knows?
Yeah.
I know a few years ago it got so warm in the middle of March that we were, everybody was out burning brush and whatever. It was, maybe we'll have another March like that as it goes on.
There's still time.
Yeah. Who else is watching? Hi, Karen. So some of you probably may have seen or tried to see our live on Friday, and unfortunately the internet was not cooperating Friday, so it was kind of a mess. So I'm going to go over a couple of things that we were going to show you on Friday just to make sure that you see a little better view of it. Hi, Barb. Yeah, so I'm going to go over a couple things. One of the things that we talked about on Friday was Grandview Public School in Bethany here is having a Spring Fling silent auction coming up soon. They didn't have a date for it quite yet because they were waiting to see what items they got in and then they were going to set a date. But I understand, Zach, it's online, right?
Yeah, it's online. So they expect to announce the date a couple days after the 11th of this month. So when that happens, we will
give you the date.
Put a link online on our Facebook and our website for that too.
Yeah, so they came in and picked up their prize already, but I've got another example here to show you of what we donated. So if you want to try to get in on the silent auction there, we donated a little starter kit here that's got thread and ripper and pins and a little bit of fabric. And then we've also donated this ND50E little brother sewing machine. So if you maybe would like to have a possibility of getting one of these and help support the school at the same time, keep an eye out. We'll definitely post it on our Facebook about this Spring Fling silent auction from Grandview Public School here in Bethany. And I'm sure there'll be some other great prizes too that you maybe want to bid on there. So that would be good. All right, we also had a new line of fabric come in last week from Moda. This is just a sampling of them. A beautiful day for Moda Cora Yoder fabrics. And they've got some beautiful grays and pinks and reds.
We can zoom here, I guess. There you go.
Okay. So you see some of the fun fabrics, some ginghams. This is just part of the collection. We have, I think we probably have about 25 of the collection here. This is my favorite, I think, the red. So we have made up some fat quarter bundles like this, but we do also have the rest of the collection, so you can come and check that out. We also made up a couple more kits last week of some of our favorite patterns. So this one is called Cabin Fever. You want to go there again? We picked out some fun solids to make this. And Caitlin is doing this pattern in the baby size quilt, and she's a pretty new quilter, and she's really loving this pattern. So it's a great one.
She's almost done.
She's almost done? Good for her. I think she's already worked. She's picked out fabric for another one and a couple more for this pattern. But this one is here, $75.99 for that. And it makes I think this was a lap size.
Yeah. Morning, Cindy. Morning, Dawn. Morning, Connie.
And then we made up some kits with our Fresh Fig Favorites layer cakes. And this is some really pretty colors, some mints, some greens, maybe a little bit more traditional, but really pretty. And the pattern we used for this one was Snow Blossoms. So you can see it there. And we've got the background and the binding and border included here. And this is a bigger quilt, 53 by 83. So it's a little bit bigger quilt. So those are a couple new kits that we wanted to show you. But leading into that, this week our item that is on sale for the entire week and 15% off is all of our pre-cuts. So all of our jelly rolls, our layer cakes, our fat quarter bundles.
Fabric kits.
And all of our fabric kits. So they're all 15% off. So if you like any of our kits and bundles that we have, take advantage of them this week because it's a great deal on those. And even the new fat quarter ones. So, you know, even some of the Kimberbell solids we have, any of the charm packs we have, any of the jelly rolls. We've got lots of these jelly rolls, different ones from Wilmington Prints. They're all 15% off this week.
Not that new boutique one, right? It's 10% off still.
Yes, not this. Yeah, the Lakeside one will. So I guess I can talk about that. This kit will not be will just be 10% still. So this one we're hoping to come in soon. So this is a 10-month, it's a block of the month program, but we're selling it as the entire kit. And we're going to be doing some videos and things each month, but not necessarily a class each month. So we'll go through and show you some of the techniques and things. But this is probably about 19 meters of fabric that comes with this. And it's 95 by 95, so a really big quilt. I spent all day yesterday cutting most of it out yesterday, so I'm going to be starting to make the sample. So there's a lot of fabric involved in it, and it's quite a bundle of instructions for the cutting out and all of the blocks and everything else. So it's one big package. So hopefully you'll like that. So we're going to extend the 10% off on that kit for this week as well. We've got a few of them are gone already, so some people have snagged those up while they're on sale, and I'm not exactly sure when they're going to come. They're supposed to be here fairly soon, so we'll be able to get those out to you as soon as they come in. So that was our sale of the week, but our 3, 2, 1 things, we've got our number 3 is our large cones of monopoly thread. So if you're someone that uses, these are clear threads in the clear and the smoke. So if you're doing some applique or some things that you don't want the thread to show at all, this one is a pretty usable monopoly thread. A lot of people don't like monopolys. They think it's like fishing line, but this one is one that's pretty usable. So these are 20% off, which makes them $26.39. There's 10,000. I think there's like 10,000 yards on these spools. They're going to go a long way. You won't have to buy another one for a long time. So these are 20% off. And our number 2 thing is the purple Fling. This is a really handy tool to use. You can use this as a little stiletto in your sewing machine. You can poke things with this. It says it pokes, pushes, pokes, pulls, fudges, turns, and stuffs. So all kinds of uses for this. And it's 20% off. It's only $4.79. So if you don't have a purple Fling, get a purple Fling. It's a really handy little tool.
Karen asks, any news on the Spring Showers fabric kit?
The Spring Showers fabric kit has been shipped. It was shipped last week. So as soon as it gets here, we'll get it out. We're really hoping it'll come in today. So yes, fingers crossed, because I know Kim has already started her demo on their Kimberbell Designs page. Yeah. So we're really hoping it will get here today or tomorrow, and we will definitely let you know as soon as it gets here.
Yeah. Hi, Ivy. Thanks for tuning in.
Okay. And our number 1 item is, speaking of Kimberbell, how about you get ready for spring or make some Easter pillows? So this is the Bench Buddies for January, February, March, April. So you can get a little ahead for some of the Easter. Yeah, they're really cute. Little bunny pillow, and then there's little pillows that say spring is in the air. There's even a St. Patty's one here. Lucky us, we have each other. So these are 20% off, makes them $43.60. So it's a CD in here and gives you all kinds of patterns. And we have the little pillow forms here in the shop to fill them with. Yeah. So
good morning, Donna.
3, 2, 1 things. Yeah. Okay, what else to mention this week? So Bernina, pretty much everything Bernina is 25% off MSRP this week. So if you've been wanting to stock up on some feet, or you're looking at a Bernina machine, we have good availability on Berninas. So 25% off MSRP. So that's one of the better prices of the year. And come on in and we'll show you what we have, and we'll help you out and tell you why you need a Bernina. How's that sound?
Good morning, Joe. And speaking of availability, if you are in the market for a Brother embroidery machine, the 3700 isn't going to be available until at least August. Yeah. And there's a couple other machines in and around that segment as well. So effectively your options now are going to be the SE600 or the 5,200.
5,200, which even we're still
So
waiting for too.
yeah, it's a rather drastic difference between those two machines, but we do have Berninas to fill in the gaps as well. So.
Yeah, not a whole lot of
And
brothers
Burnett's.
available in embroidery. But yeah, lots of Bernina options in that. I've been having fun using the Bernina for that. And lots of, like I said, a good time to stock up on those feet. And I imagine Mary's going to try to get a few extra feet to go in her storage container too. So the storage containers are 25% off as well. Okay, so has Caitlin answered you about Friday?
No, I didn't
you ask her? Okay.
No. She tried calling me because our our chef's plate
Oh,
showed up today.
we're tentatively going to book an auction for Friday afternoon. So we have lots of fabric. We have to find out a little bit more, but hopefully we'll be able to do that. But it won't be till probably 4:30 if we do it. And we have lots of fabric to sell off, but a little bit different this time. It's not just, it's ends of bolts, but it's a little bit bigger one. So we have quite a few pieces that are 2 meters.
Yep.
That we've cut into 2 meter pieces, and then we may have whatever was left in that bolt as an extra piece. So there will be multiples of some of the fabrics. So you won't have to worry so much about missing out.
Joe, we asked if there are any sales on AccuQuilt dyes coming up. They are currently 30% off still. AccuQuilt keeps putting on sales in and around that, so we've effectively just kept them on 30% off for well, indefinitely as of right now.
Yeah. And speaking of AccuQuilt, Zach has gone to a lot of work on the website to tell you which dyes fit in which machines. Make sure you look at that. If it has the word big in the description, it will only fit.
If it's in the title.
In the title, yeah. It will only fit in the Go Big.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've had a few people lately that have ordered the big and they only have the regular Go and have been disappointed because that dye doesn't fit. Well, look in the title first. If it says big, there's probably a 98% chance, if not 100, that it only fits in the big. But Zach also has a place on there that tells you which machines, which the dyes fit.
Yeah, if you're browsing the dyes section there, along the left side, you'll see filters. So there's all kinds of options, whether it be what mat they need or if it's an applique dye. But importantly, there is a section that you can choose what cutter you have, and then it'll only show you dyes that work on your particular machine.
And also keep in mind that if you are buying a dye in a different size or shape than you have at home already, you will need a mat for that different dye.
And the descriptions all have what particular dye or a mat you need for each dye as well.
Every dye needs a mat. So if you don't have one that's going to be in the shape that you are ordering, make sure you get a mat in there.
Yeah.
They're getting pretty caught up with their back orders. We still have a few items that are back ordered. But we're pretty caught up on those. I know I have another shipment in probably coming in today for those of you that are still waiting for a couple things. Hopefully that'll get cleared out today. We have a Glide order coming in. Speaking of which, Glide pricing is going up next week. So if you need to stock up on Glide, make sure you get it ordered in this week because they've just announced to us that all their pricing is going up on the Glide thread. So we will be adjusting that accordingly and make sure you get in on that before that happens. And we've got lots of Glide thread going out the door right now, and we pretty much always have all the stock, all the colors in stock. There's a few colors that we're waiting on that they've got back ordered right now, mostly on the bobbins, the Magna Glide bobbins, but the thread colors, we have all of them. We even have, I think, 4 new colors in, and they've got a couple more that they've just announced, but we can't order them yet. So as soon as new ones come, we get them in, and we have the full selection on all the Glide thread, both in the large and the small cones.
No sale on the Glide today, Deborah.
No.
We did have one just a couple weeks ago, but if you are eligible, we do offer our professional purchasing program for all of our thread. So check that out. There's a link at the bottom of our page for that.
So if you have a business and you want the discounted price, then go to the bottom of our page where it says Professional Purchasing Program and send that in to us, and we'll work that out for you. So you can get a little bit of a savings there and not have to go across the border, which is why a lot of people do it. So we are glad to be able to offer that to you. And I imagine we'll have to look at that, so the prices may be going up on that too, if our regular prices are going up because our discounted is a discount off of the total. So
yep, it's proportionate.
Okay, I think that's what we have to show you today.
Yeah.
And if we're going to have the auction, we'll be posting it. And as always, when we do the auction, we go by the chat that happens right when we're doing the auction, and not necessarily by the comments, because the comments don't come in the same order as the chat. I don't know why it doesn't, but it doesn't. So what we do is afterwards we go through and we watch the whole auction over again, and we go by the order that it actually came into us.
Shows up on the screen here, yeah.
So that's kind of what we have to go by. Some people are somehow quicker on getting that button pushed, and I think some people's internets may be faster than others, but unfortunately we can't do anything about that.
Probably faster than ours here
Yeah,
at the store. I know mine at home certainly is.
Ours. Ours is terrible here. So, but we try to keep it as fair as possible. But we have quite a bit of fabric this time and duplicates, like I said. So maybe you'll have more of a chance of getting something that you want. So we will let you know. Hi, Holly.
Bala.
Yeah. So we hope you have a great day. We will, if we have anything that we need to show you, we'll pop in here again. But until then, we'll see you Friday, regardless whether or not we have the auction or not. Take care.